You just click the red button. Well, welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's something different. This car is something different to most of the cars you see me driving, like the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys and all that. But so this is a Ford Mondeo Titanium Export 2.5 litre T. So this 2.5 litre turbocharged 5-cylinder engine with 220 brake horsepower, 236 pounds-feet of torque, which takes it from 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds and onto a top speed of 152 miles an hour. Now, the reason I wanted to get one of these is because the Mondeo is such a legendary car in its own right. So I'm going to give you a bit of a history lesson. Ford originally started with a hot hatchback, with the Ford Mondeo, the ST200, which was their attempt at a fast saloon car, and that had a 2.5 litre V6 Dura-Tec engine, which produced 202 brake horsepower and 173 pounds-feet of torque. That car inspired the legendary ST220, which was the 3 litre V6 Mondeo, which is a car everyone wanted. It had the manual gearbox, 6-speed, and that engine powered the Noble M12 GTO, albeit it had a couple of turbochargers on it. And then it went on to get welded together to make a V12 to get put in the beautiful Aston Martin DB9, the Aston Martin DBS. So that, as I could tell you, it's a great engine. And just listen to that. This is a 5-cylinder. It picks up speed really easy. This has got a 6-speed manual gearbox on it. And let me tell you, Ford know how to make fast cars, and they are extraordinary. They're brilliant. The steering on this is fantastic. The ride is perfect. It's practical. It's blimmin' good looking. And with the fast cars come big prices. Now, this is one of the few cars I actually like. I think it's just because the ST200 was such a good car. Then the ST220, which went on to power the Aston Martins with the big V12 engines, as I said earlier, the Noble M12 as well. However, if you're looking just for a normal Ford Mondeo, there are diesels. There's 2 litres with about 140 brake horsepower, which ranges up to about 160. There's a 2.2 with 175 horsepower. There are diesels as well. There's 1.6s, there's 1.8, and so on and so on. Although the steering is a little bit heavier on this, it's no harder to drive than a Rolls Royce Phantom. I'm not just saying that, and I have driven a Rolls Royce. It's that good at driving, and it takes corners brilliantly as well. Now, this is the X model, so it's the X, so it's the top of the range. So it's got heated seats, which are nice. Lovely. The half Alcantara, half leather. Now I'm going to show you how fast this thing is. I've got a car in front of me here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down a bit. We're going to overtake it. I can't really find anything wrong with this car, apart from that if you want a nice car that's fast. It does drink a lot of fuel, but I like that. It just needs a sports button to give it an extra bit of power, and it needs a louder exhaust system because it's just not loud enough. And this is effectively a Focus ST, however it's just been it's an estate version. Here we go, I'm going to come by this. fact that this is all laid out nicely. Look at this. This is all simple to use. I mean, you've got your radio, you've got Bluetooth connectivity, you've got your heaters. That's your heated seats down there. You've got traction control up there, so if you want to have a bit of fun. You've got your start-stop button on there as well, so it's keyless entry. I am really struggling to find anything bad about this car. I mean, it's brilliant. If I was going to say one thing bad about it is when you take it through a town, it feels massive, and you're always cautious about, is your front end going to knock onto anything? Are you going to crash into anything? But that's the only bad thing about it. And because it's got 220 brake horsepower, you'll probably expect that it's going to understeer like really badly. However, I cannot tell you how good I can't tell you how good how this thing is at taking corners. It's absolutely magnificent. And putting 220 horsepower through the front wheels is brave, but it's worth doing because it makes it a hell of a lot of fun as well. I mean, the clutch is very light. It's got a 6-speed manual. There are automatics available as well if you like an automatic car. But this is a great car, I like this. It's got enough space in the back for your family. It's got a big boot, so you can like go on holiday in it, no problem at all. And if you're running late, put your foot on that accelerator and bosh, you're off because it's so fast. I mean, you can be driving this car in third gear and get up to 90, no problem at all. That's just how powerful this thing is. I know it doesn't look it, but it's brilliant. And it's got one turbo on it, which makes it exciting. I mean, the Mondeo, I love the Mondeo. It's a car I've really liked and I've always wanted to drive, because I think after I saw the ST200, that made me like the Mondeo even more. I mean, that was just an excitable car. And then when they bought the ST220 out with the big 3-litre V6, that rewrote fast Fords completely. I mean, we've had fast Fords before, the Lotus Cortina, your RS's, your GT, and your STs as well. I love this thing, it's brilliant. And if you've got about £4,000 to spend, you should go and buy one. Even if you're not a pure born petrol head, you should get behind the wheel of these because it puts a smile on your face. It's something about it that's really good. It's hard for me to put my finger on, but it's brilliant. And for a car that's done 39,000 miles and it costs £4,000, that is a bargain of the century. It's brilliant. I also like the fact on this car that you've got the display in front of you, so it's telling me I'm 29 miles per gallon on that, so I've got 29 mpg out of it. And then that takes you through your car settings. So on that there, it's all your CD, your contacts and your phone book, your Bluetooth. So it's also got your buttons on the steering wheel. So you got your volume, you've got your phone up there. That sets your settings. That is your volume for your radio. That is cruise. It's got cruise control as well. So what that means is you can get the. So just say you're going up a motorway like it's 70 miles an hour. You can take your foot off the accelerator, click that, and the car will maintain that speed. But if there's a car slowing down in front of you, the car will slow down as well. And then when the car speeds up, you'll speed up. Now, a turbo works by your exhaust gases, your waste exhaust gases going through the turbine. It spins it, creates a big bang, and makes more power. And this car just takes fuel like that. It takes a clump and just eats it in one. We've got an open stretch of road here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come to a stop and we're going to test the 0 to 60. There you go, you can feel that turbo coming in. As I said, that's 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds. And when that turbo spools up from all the waste exhaust gases, it just leaves everything else behind. It's that fast. I love this thing. It's not very often I get left speechless by normal everyday cars, but this is just astonishing. I love this thing. I highly recommend that you should go and buy one. Listen to that, there you go. That's a 2.5 litre Dura-Tec engine there, which is, as I've said, it's a 5-cylinder and it's a brilliant engine. On an open stretch of road here, and it's so fast. I love this thing, it's brilliant. I'm lost for words, genuinely I'm lost for words. It's a fantastic car, and I recommend you should go and buy one instantly without second thought. I know people say, if you have a big engine in the car, that it ruins the environment. want to go to back to that point what I made earlier, that it just feels too big in the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive it through a town and you'll see what I mean by this. Yeah, as I said, driving it through a town, it just feels massive. It feels like Westminster Cathedral, Westminster Abbey on wheels. That's what it feels like. It's just massive. It's very big, and it just feels like when you turn around the corner, you just feel like you're always going to hit into something, which you can't see because you've got the bonnet is quite a long way in front of you, so you struggle to see anything. And you're always like, oh, you got to go careful. Like you're always like driving around in second gear just to make it. Well, to sum this car up then, it comes across as normal, but when you touch your foot on the accelerator, it's like a chicken vindaloo. Things get excited and get spicy. So, and I've said you should go and buy one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.